Residents throughout Colorado count on cities to provide vital services for them, but who does a city count on when it comes to representation? Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver, and joining me now is Kevin Bommer, Deputy Director of the Colorado Municipal League. We are here in Vail at the annual conference of the Municipal League. Welcome, thanks for being with us.
Great to be here.
Yeah, let's really begin, Kevin, with what the Municipal League does for cities throughout Colorado. What's your role?
Colorado Municipal League is a member-based organization of Colorado cities and towns, 265 members around the state out of the 271 municipalities. We're working on those other ones. And we basically provide member services for our member cities and towns. We advocate on their behalf in the legislature and in the courts.
Yeah.
We provide them information in the form of publications, electronic distributions, whatever, to keep them up to speed on what's going on, help them do their jobs better. And training is a huge part of our program.
And some of the key pieces of legislation that you really worked on in the last legislative session, let's talk about those and the impact that they're having on cities throughout Colorado. Yeah,
this has been a very dynamic last couple of years legislatively with turnover in the State House and a lot of issues. Amendment 64 is obviously a hot topic. A lot of discussion of local control and local control issues in the State House. Elections, we had legislation related to collective bargaining for local employees. It was a very controversial bill this last session, and our member cities and towns were counting on us, as always, to help them understand what was going on at the legislature and to be there for them.
Right. And talk about the impact, you know, you mentioned Amendment 64, which was the statewide referendum voters approved, recreational marijuana, small amounts. Obviously having a huge impact on municipalities. What are cities really having to do now, Kevin, to figure that out?
Well, as I joked with a lot of the proponents, the easy part was passing the constitutional amendment and then the legislative implementation that followed. The hard part is now exactly what we want, local control of how it is implemented. It's what the drafters intended, and when we got through the legislative session, we were left with implementing legislation that supports local control and home rule and the ability for municipalities and counties around the state to determine what they want, how much they want in terms of the retail sales.
Right. And we're really hearing from different cities throughout the state, you know, in the news about what they're deciding. Are you seeing kind of a uniform approach to this yet?
Boy, there's nothing uniform about it whatsoever. What is uniform is a couple of the requirements of the Constitution, and then the ability for local governments to implement as they please. Possession and use, that's not something that anyone has any control of. That's legal statewide. But the retail aspect, how much cultivation, how many licenses, where they're located, those are all local choices, and every community is different.
Right. Let's talk about the economy right now. I know that, you know, a number of cities, we're starting to hear just those bright spots, economic development, things moving, companies moving into their area. What are you seeing from your members regarding that?
Well, it's good news. We're hearing from our municipalities that the economy is starting to show signs of life based on their sales tax revenues and what they're hearing from their business members. CML does an annual survey of our members called State of Our Cities and Towns, and it includes predominantly a lot of questions about sales tax and fiscal challenges and whatever, and it was a lot of challenging news for a while there, a lot of backlog projects that they weren't able to take care of, infrastructure projects and declining or flat sales tax revenues. This last survey shows things starting to move in a different direction.
Right.
There's still a lot of challenges out there, but we are seeing a lot of improvement.
Okay. Where can people go for more information?
CML.org is the best place to go, and there's contact info from there.
All right. Kevin Bommer, the Deputy Director of the Colorado Municipal League. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for being here.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.